Normally his Saturdays are with his girlfriend, right?
I kept the shoot on a Saturday.
You should be thinking twice before doing this, right?
Next time I will.
You should be.
क्या हाल है दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है शुभम, आप देख रहे हो माई स्मार्ट प्राइस एंड दिस इज़ द फर्स्ट एवर एपिसोड ऑफ द रिकॉर्ड। मेरे साथ में एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग सी पर्सनालिटी मिस्टर माधव शेख। हाउ आर यू?
I am very much fine, thank you Shubham, and it's always a pleasure seeing you. आपको लास्ट 5-6 सालों से मैं कंटिन्यूस देख रहा हूँ. It's always been a great pleasure and great energy and enthusiasm from you.
Thank you so much, and I'm very sure that the people on our channel who watch our channel will be very excited to watch you as well.
Pleasure, thank you.
Let's start off with a few things that I really wanted to know. You have a really interesting personality. In the last 5-6 years, as you said, we have been interacting with each other. You have been going through a massive personality change as well. Like, you have always been a fun person, but what would you say कि क्या आप में change हुआ है?
I have been more agile now. ज़्यादा disruptive हूँ. Speed is something which has always excited me. So speed, agility, disruptiveness, innovation. I think these are the keywords in my life.
Right, and it's been almost 7 years since you co-founded your first company. What are the principles that have remained the same?
There are multiple companies which I have founded even before Realme. Before Realme, I was in Oppo. So Realme को जब भी मैंने found किया था, I think the basic principle was very clear that how can I make sure that the customer satisfaction is to the core. Value for money is not only about pricing. तो हम उनको कैसे specs to price value ratio हम दे सकते हैं best to the industry. Third, how can I bring the best of the technology first to India. ये हमेशा मेरा एक पैशन रहा है इसको ड्राइव करने के लिए, and I think that are the core values which has always remained as a technology leader in this industry for me.
Right, and when it comes to your personality, you have a very, how do I put it, like golden retriever kind of energy that you exude, which is very different from the usual leaders or CEOs that we see. Mostly when we try to visualize someone, do you think that matters a lot when you're leading a team?
See, I always love to live the life on the edge, which means that probably I like to take risk. With risk, there are a lot of, I would say, hookups which comes along, right? It puts us also into the risk. Hence, I am now doing something new, which is not Realme anymore. But the point, what you need to understand is, A, what do you want to do in your life? You really want to take the risk and do something bigger, like what I did in Realme, what I made a brand Realme in 4 years, which a lot of brands took 10 years or 15 years to be there, what they have done. Or be subtle and take 10-15 years to build a brand, or be more aggressive and take 4 years to build a brand. But there's always a risk attached to both of them.
Right, and in terms of just branding, how is Realme different from Honor when you compare the two of them?
काफ़ी डिफरेंट है. Realme was a startup. With Honor is already an established company. Honor के पास 18,000 से ज़्यादा पेटेंट राइट्स है ग्लोबली. Honor की जो टेक्नोलॉजी है वो मुझे लगता है कि इंडिया में आई थिंक इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग विच आई सी दैट द इंडियन कंज्यूमर्स कैन नॉट आई थिंक हैव एन एक्सेस टू इट. तो मैं उसको कैसे और एक्सेसिबल ला सकूँ, गोइंग बैक टू द सेम वैल्यू कि मैं टेक्नोलॉजी को कैसे मासीफाई कर सकूँ या कैसे डिस्टर्ब कर सकूँ. दैट इज व्हाट आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट.
Right, and the perception of Honor, I think it has changed a lot since the last time I wrote about Honor. Not obviously in 2023, but back in 2019. I remember Honor Play and Honor 9X being one of the most top-selling phones at that time. But there has been a काफ़ी बड़ा चेंज आ गया है ब्रांडिंग के मामले में. हाउ वुड यू डिफाइन दैट? देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ कंफ्यूजन आल्सो अबाउट HTech.
पहले मैं आपके वो ऑनर वाले सवाल को मैं जवाब देना चाहूँगा कि ऑनर वाज अ स्पिन ऑफ फ्रॉम हुआवे. जब भी हुआवे का एक ग्लोबल क्राइसिस था, ऑनर वाज सेट अप एज अ सेपरेट कंपनी, मूव्ड आउट फ्रॉम हुआवे इकोसिस्टम्स, एंड इन 2020-2021 दे फॉर्म्ड एंड स्टार्टेड अ न्यू कंपनी विद अ ब्रांड नेम ऑनर अगेन. सो इट्स अगेन अ न्यू कंपनी. इट्स लाइक अ स्टार्टअप लाइक व्हाट वी आर डूइंग एट HTech एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. अगर मैं अभी HTech और ऑनर की बात करूं तो आपको एक स्टेप इसमें पीछे जाना पड़ेगा कि करंट इंडियन इकोसिस्टम का सिनेरियो क्या है. स्मार्टफोन में 80% ऑफ द मार्केट इज ओन्ड बाय चाइनीज प्लेयर्स एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. इसमें दो चीज आती है, एक कंज्यूमर्स और एक होता है कंप्लायंसेस. इन टर्म्स ऑफ कंप्लायंसेस दे आर 100% चाइनीज ओन्ड कंपनी, राइट, व्हाइल HTech इज 100% इंडियन ओन्ड कंपनी.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so HTech is 100% Indian domicile company. Point number 2, कोई भी आज के दिन में we all know that Chinese technology is extremely important because technology know-how transfer is more important. So it is a transfer of technology which takes time.
Right.
So currently वो China के पास है which they are leading into and I would say innovation or terms of I would say a lot of mass manufacturing of electronics. Now if we move to India over a period of time तो we cannot discount the Chinese ecosystem in terms of supply chain. Supply chain इसमें बहुत important आ जाती है. That comes to point number 3 कि Indian brands क्यों survive नहीं हो पाते because उनके पास supply chain system इतनी strong नहीं होती है क्योंकि that is mainly controlled in China. That comes where HTech plays a very clear role. कि how the ways of doing business, how can I make a 100% Indian company still have the Chinese technology bring to India? Hence, on HTech become a brand authorization for a longer period of time for Honor in India, from manufacturing to a consumer acquisition, which HTech will take everything under the 100% Indian ownership. So that was the reason I think HTech came into picture.
I see. And is HTech just Honor और उसके अलावा भी कोई और brands है?
Currently, it's only for Honor. HTech will be currently focusing on Honor, but there's a lot of things which I'm planning right now, and maybe soon we'll reveal.
Sure. And if you had to give one leadership tip to, let's say, our viewers, वो क्या होगी?
Take risk. Because I think at your age, your viewers' age should be around 18 to 30 or 45. This is the time where you should take risks. This is the time where you should be more agile towards your decisions. You get life once, make the full use of it, and before you sleep at the end of the day, you should feel more satisfied on whatever you have done. I think that's what I always believe in.
Oh, that's like a bumper sticker that should go on the back of a car, which leads me to the point कि I think you are a bit of a car nerd, is it?
Yeah, I'm a car enthusiast here.
Yeah, because I remember watching that little montage आपके Honor 90 के launch में, where you were getting in the car, you were coming.
Yeah.
So when did this whole bug start?
Car is an extended ecosystem of smartphone. I always believe that because is all again a technology. Now the new car ecosystem which I see in next 10 years would be driven through technology,
Right.
and not just through engineering. So जो technology cars में आएगी, which is like again the hub will remain the smartphone or maybe some other devices. But smartphone से वो connected ecosystem में car will be one of the most important play, and that's what really excites me. I've been studying quite a lot, being an enthusiast, and
ये कीड़ा कब हुआ था?
बचपन से I think we all boys have a passion for car and bikes since our early ages, right?
True.
So I had met few of the accidents in my bikes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, a lot.
What did you break?
No, I broke one of my leg.
Oh.
So in the early days I had a fracture also. But that's a passion of speed which I always had it in the beginning when you are starting early.
What bike was it, if you don't mind me asking?
That was my first bike, which was Honda CBZ, which was launched back in 2000.
And you had it in which color?
It was blue.
Whoa. Must have been really pretty, yeah?
It was I think one of the.
Do you still have it?
No, I don't have that anymore. But now I ride is Ducati, which is Ducati DIL, the new latest one.
Sound of it is like really thumping.
Crazy. Yeah.
And in your car arsenal, what do you have? Have you got something today?
Today I'm driving my Lexus, but I have few of the other cars also. Yes.
Would you mind if you took me on a tour on it?
Why not? I would love to do that.
Sure, let's do it. Now that we have our guards down, we've known each other quite well. Let's talk about Honor. So, quick questions first. आपका जब Honor 90 आया था, the entire emphasis was on the display. Do you think that kind of emphasis is required in a price-sensitive market like India?
डिस्प्ले नो ब्रांड्स हैव फोकस्ड बिफोर कि डिस्प्ले एक सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है जहाँ पे दिन में आप जितने भी आप डिजिटली कनेक्टेड हो आप डिस्प्ले से ही कनेक्टेड हो एंड विच मीन्स दैट प्रॉब्ली योर आई सेफ्टी बिकम्स वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट कंसर्न विद Honor 90 जो हमने लॉन्च किया था दैट वाज अ PWM dimming technology which makes sure that probably it's one of the safest displays for your eyes. Secondly, there are normally we see that there are multiple brands, huge competition. But if you actually see there are only 3 or 4 brands and all other brands are surrogate brands के जो एक ही में से निकल के सब आ रहे हैं, which means कि टेक्नोलॉजी एक ही है, सिर्फ वो लोग दूसरे नाम से बना के डाल रहे हैं. एंड नाउ व्हाट डज दैट मीन? क्योंकि अगर 3 लोग एक ही चीज बात करेंगे तो पीपल विल स्टार्ट परसीविंग द मार्केट अकॉर्डिंगली. पीपल का जो परसेप्शन है टुवर्ड्स द स्मार्टफोन चेंजेस व्हेन एवरी ब्रांड टॉकिंग द सिमिलर वे बट दे डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड कि इनके पीछे जो मेन R&D है वो एक ही बेस है. आइडियली Honor विल ब्रेक दैट myth in the industry
Right. And your second launch was really interesting. I think one of the most innovative launches मैंने in the recent past देखा है. You dropped the phone on the stage.
What I believe, keynote should be about telling consumers कि आपके डे टू डे लाइफ में ये फोन आपके लिए कैसे हेल्पफुल रहेगा. That was my objective of having that X and B launch event, के making sure that people understand how useful this phone can be in your day to day life with the biggest battery which is 6000 mAh, but तो भी slim है, plus strongest durable phone है. So I think that was the key message which I wanted to give. Again, focusing on display technology and the strength of the display.
Right. And do you think कि we as Indians are a little spoiled for choice? हाँ, काफी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस आजकल हम कितने 20,000 25,000 में मिल रही है. When it comes to Honor, I'm not gonna lie, the phones are slightly on the more pricey end.
Yeah, definitely. I think Honor का अभी तक तो पूरा portfolio आया नहीं है. Right now we were focusing on how to bring Honor to India and ways of doing business जहाँ थे हम compliant भी हो और at the same time long term business sustainable model हमने जो बनाया है. We were able to bring Honor into India with 100% Indian domicile company. Honor के पास जो price points है, which starts from X series, which starts from around 7,999, 8,999 smartphones going up to around 30,000 rupees. Then there's number series जो Honor 90 number है या Honor 100, Honor 200 जो भी ये number series है, which goes from 30 to 60,000 rupees. Then there's a Magic series जो सबको सबके लिए means I think one of the most searched product in India is Magic 6 Pro.
Is it coming to India though?
Yeah, we can talk about it, but yes, that's what my plans are. If people are really excited, I think we should be bringing it to India. I can show you a sneak peek of it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Right now?
I can.
I don't know how safe it is to be taking out a phone in the middle of a ride.
I can do that. I think that's what we are trying.
So I remember seeing this MWC के keynote में इस साल, and it was one of the most exciting keynotes of this year. I think UI और software के चलते.
Yes.
क्या बोलना चाहोगे? Any key highlights?
This is one of the most advanced phone any human being would have seen at this point of time in terms of not only UI but in terms of AI integration into UI and the technology and the camera and the displays. This is one of the most advanced phone any human being would have seen on the earth at this point of time. So I think this is something which really excites me also, and I would love to bring it to India very soon.
So speaking of high-end phones, do you think कि India के अंदर जो purchasing power है of an average Indian, it has been enhanced because of all the EMIs and all the options out there? Do you think they have the purchasing power to buy expensive phones?
Yeah, I think there are multiple reasons. I would say the people are able to buy it is because younger generations going for higher technologies and aspiring and higher product or better product has increased. At the same time, brands supported no cost EMIs आ चुके हुए हैं. You do not have to pay for any EMI, the cost for EMIs, but you can still avail EMIs, higher disposable incomes. At the same time, the new fintechs which have come now, which are giving options like buy now, pay later. All of this are increasing the consumers' aspirations to buy high-end phones. But still, India's belly of the market is between 10 and 15,000 rupees. A 5G, a good 5G phone.
And does Honor have one right now?
Not as of now. Not as of now.
Do you plan on focusing on that segment as well in 2024?
As I said, Honor will be focusing on every single price point. They have an X series which starts from 7,999, 8,999 and a 4G phone, but probably we are only bringing 5G ready phones in India. That's what we should be focusing on. We should be future ready, being a digital economy, and where the push is towards the digital economy, 5G would be one of the most important aspects for us as in hardware.
While we are on the topic of 5G, prices काफी सस्ते नहीं है इंडिया में to be comparing to other markets. And do you think this is a sustainable thing?
Probably not, because I think India is all about consumption economy and is a vast consumption economy. So people always have that belief of economies of scale. Point is that you have to be sustainable, try to differentiate yourself, bring the best of the technology and make sure that the consumers are ready for it. At the end of the day, the device or the smartphone is just about the 6-inch device. You can give n number of marketing jargons, but the most important point is how safer it is, how durable it is. Will it have a regular updates? Will it handle all my apps, whatever it is? I think that's the most important.
और जो अभी जो current standard चल रहा है, I think market का about 3 or 4 years of security and Android upgrades. Honor is at par with that?
Honor will be definitely, I have said that 2 updates of Android we'll be giving it, and we'll be looking into it that once we have that team developed, specifically not only for the Android updates, but we are also looking at the point that how can we bring more customization on the phone over a period of time in India.
काफी serious बातें हुई. Let's switch to something a little bit more lively. Have you driven abroad?
Yes.
दोनों के बीच में कितना difference है आपके हिसाब से?
I think India infrastructure has gone robust. I would say hats off to I think the current government. The roads and the infrastructure are amazing. Probably I am very serious. We should be proud of it. The roads, when I go from here to Jaipur or from here to any of the other connected cities, I've seen the Mumbai Expressway, the Delhi Mumbai Expressway. It's one of the best infrastructure I've seen, and whenever I've gone abroad before, I've seen that type of infrastructure. But when I come and drive over here on these roads, I see these are far better than what I've seen over there, because I think these are the latest ones.
And the driving sense of the people?
See, people driving sense will improve over a period of time. Now they have the bigger roads. They will learn to have more. I would say concrete ways of driving on the roads. But probably I would not say that they are absurd. But I think they're doing fair.
And I can see that over the last few years, you have taken up fitness a little seriously.
Yeah,
You're starting to look fresh, and you have that whole jawline coming up. Any changes you want to talk about?
I think health is important. I take a digital detox every single day, which means that I'm away from the phone. I'm away from my smartwatch now, because what I've learned is you do not need to wear your smartwatch every single minute of your day, because that's creating a lot of anxiety for you, and rather than creating a FOMO for you, so it's better stay away from it. You can go back to your device and go and stay connected, but I take about at least 2 or 3 hours of digital detox every day, where I'm away from any of the digital devices and try to be with myself. That's how
And any physical activity that you're fond of?
Yeah, I'm much fond of doing a lot of physical activities. I love horse riding. I love boxing. I love a lot of physical activity. I play tennis. I play squash.
So in a typical week, how many days or let's say hours you devote just to doing physical stuff?
I devote at least an hour a day, 5 days a week. That's what I definitely do it.
You're more of a coffee person or a tea person?
I love tea, but because I've been traveling a lot, so I think coffee is easily available. So I don't mind having coffees also, right? So yeah, that's how it is.
I मेरे को ऐसे उड़ते उड़ते बात सुनाई दी है कि you are such big of a coffee holic. I would say 5-6 cups easy every day.
I think that's what I have to curtail down to, because right now it's going up to 8 cups a day, right? So I have to come down to 4 or 5 cups, right? I'm practically living on coffees more now, right?
Okay. और म्यूजिक सिस्टम में आजकल आप गाने क्या सुनते हो?
Anything which is peppy will change my mood, right?
You're more of a bass person, or I would say instrumental person.
Bass.
Bass. क्या
Yeah.
सुनते हो ऐसा?
Anything which has, for me, music is only one thing. There's two things which I really like, and if I really want to take a break from my work, I really want to stop thinking, then there are only two things which really helps me is loud music. So I put extremely loud music and go drive the car at night. I think these are the two things which really helps me to stop thinking from my work and start refocusing and bringing back the focus on my work over a period of time. But I think this is really helping me to defocus sometimes, which I really need. That's all right.
Awesome, yeah. So now this brings us to the last segment, in which I'll be doing sort of a rapid fire with you.
Would love to.
Love to. Let's have a sip of tea first so that you are all caffeined up. Let's get it rolling. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, cricket or football?
Football.
Kohli or Tendulkar?
Kohli.
Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi?
Ronaldo.
Cars or bikes?
Bikes, definitely.
Valentino Rossi or Marc Marquez?
Rossi.
Unlimited money or unlimited food?
Unlimited sleep.
Ah, that's a good one. Apple or Microsoft?
Definitely Apple.
A tablet with a keyboard folio or a laptop with a detachable screen?
Laptop, a traditional laptop. I would prefer that.
Beaches or mountains?
Mountains.
And summers or winters?
Winters.
that'll be it then. Thank you so much for your time, Madhav. It was
Pleasure.
an honor speaking with you.
Same here.
एंड आप भी ऐसे वीडियोस के लिए माई स्मार्ट प्राइस को ज़रूर फॉलो और सब्सक्राइब करके रखें.